Hey, so if you've got a dog here in Stanwood, you know the best part of living here is getting outside, right? Well, this explainer is all about helping you find a fantastic local dog trainer so you and your pup can really enjoy everything this area has to offer, from just a simple walk in the neighborhood to some bigger adventures.
And that's really the whole point, isn't it? I mean, whether it's a trip over to Camano Island State Park or just walking downtown, having a dog that listens and is calm just makes everything easier and a lot more fun. Good training is really what opens the door to all these cool local spots without any of the stress.
Okay, let's get right to it. First things first, you need to know what makes a dog trainer a real professional these days. And it's not just about teaching sit or stay anymore. It's about finding somebody who has a really modern, effective, and humane way of doing things.
At the heart of all modern training is this idea called positive reinforcement. It's the method that's recommended pretty much everywhere, and for a really good reason. Instead of punishing your dog for getting it wrong, you're rewarding them for getting it right. This does more than just teach them commands. It builds this amazing trust, and you get a dog that actually wants to listen to you.
So how can you be sure a trainer is up to speed on these modern methods? Well, certifications are your best clue. And you're going to see these letters, CPDTKA, KPA, CTP. They might seem like alphabet soup, but they're a big deal. They mean that trainer has passed some tough tests on how animals learn and behave. Ones like CPDTKA or KPA-CTP are great for general skills, while something like IABCC-DBC tells you that trainer has deep expertise for more serious issues like aggression.
All right, let's get practical. Once you know what a good trainer looks like, you've got to find a program that actually works for your dog, for your goals, and of course, for your budget.
Generally, you're looking at two main options: group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for learning basic manners and for getting your dog used to working around other dogs and people, which is perfect practice for a walk downtown. Private lessons, on the other hand, give you that one-on-one focus. They're ideal for tackling stuff that happens at home, like going crazy when the doorbell rings.
Okay, let's talk about money. What should you actually expect to budget for professional training around here in the Stanwood and Greater Snohomish County area? So here's a rough breakdown of what you might see. A typical 6-week group class could be anywhere from about $175 to $325. A single private lesson is usually somewhere between $100 and $180. A lot of trainers will offer a free consultation up front, which is a fantastic way to meet them and talk things over before you commit.
And that consultation we mentioned? Think of it like an interview. This is your time to really make sure this person is the right fit for you and your dog. It really helps to go in with a few specific questions ready to go.
A really good thing to ask right off the bat is about their training philosophy and what a session actually looks like. You're listening to make sure they talk about positive reinforcement, but it also just gives you a vibe for their personality and how they'll work with you and your dog.
And this is a big one. Training is not one size fits all. Every dog has their own little personality, right? A good trainer is going to ask you about your life here in Stanwood, your routines, your goals, and they'll build a plan that's made just for you.
You also want to ask what's expected of you between the sessions. Because let's be honest, the training doesn't stop when the trainer leaves. The real magic happens when you practice consistently. A good trainer will give you clear, simple homework so you can keep the progress going.
All right, so good training isn't just about what happens inside your house. It's also about making sure your dog is a good neighbor out in the community. So let's cover a few local rules and resources here in Stanwood. Okay, here's a really simple but super important local rule to know. In Stanwood, and actually all of Snohomish County, your leash can't be longer than 8 feet in public. That goes for city parks, trails, sidewalks, pretty much everywhere. It's just a simple rule to keep everyone safe.
And besides the leash rule, there are a few other things to keep in mind. Your dog has to be licensed with the county, and you'll need proof of a rabies vaccine for that. And just being a good neighbor means managing things like nonstop barking, which is definitely something a good trainer can help you with.
Now, here's something you might not know. Washington State doesn't actually require a license to be a dog trainer. The whole industry isn't very regulated, and that's exactly why checking for those professional certifications we talked about and asking for references is so important. It's really on you to make sure you're hiring a real pro.
So once you and your dog start learning all this new stuff, you're going to want to get out and practice. And we have some great spots for that. You can work on nice, loose leash walking at Heritage Park, or head to Utsality Point on Camano to practice with all the beach distractions. You can even head over to the county's off-leash park to safely work on getting your dog to come back when called.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the whole process. First, find a certified trainer who uses positive methods. Second, pick the program that fits you best. Third, ask all those important questions in the consultation. And fourth, get out there and practice in all the great places our community has to offer.
At the end of the day, this is all about making your life with your dog better. Just picture it, taking a relaxing walk without your arm being pulled off, having friends over without a dog jumping all over them, feeling totally confident taking your pup with you around town. That's what good training does. It just brings this calm and opens up so many more things you can do together. We wish you the absolute best on your training journey.